Welcome to a new episode of the CAP Podcast, Consumer Ammunition Tactics Podcast. I got a special guest today. I got Christine, the CEO. Welcome to the podcast, Christine. How you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. So, thank you for having me here. I
Most
appreciate
definitely,
it.
most definitely, most definitely. I'm blessed. So can you just give our listeners a little bit about yourself, just a little bit of your story?
Well, you guys know me as Christina the CEO. Started off in Brooklyn, New York, moved here to Georgia around 2018. When I started and what got me into the whole credit world was a little bit from growing up. My mom always had credit cards. I just seen like she had this magical card really. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but as growing up, we lived off of her credit cards. My grandmother was the one with perfect credit. She always paid everything on time. And we lived in like an apartment with my mom. So I was like, I wanted to own a house. I wanted to have the nice cars and stuff. And I figured at a young age that kind of was done through credit. Um, as well as, entrepreneurship, stuff like that, being that the woman on the go type thing. That was like what motivated me as a kid growing up. When I went through college, got internships with the IRS, was a manager, assistant manager at banks in New York. And then I went on to the insurance industry, learning about mutual funds and stocks and stuff like that. Coming to Georgia, I needed to figure out a way, like everyone knew me for having good credit. Like me, I was always big on finances, always like have a credit card. So what happened was I paid this one credit company with it. I was being lazy. I was like, okay, whatever. I fixed my credit at age 19, had 800 credit score, had three cars, back to back, multiple credit cards, 20,000. That's before they was using the Vantage score to score. This is
Oh,
before
okay.
the FICO. This is back in the use Vantage score. So it's easy for you to get 800. Once you got that 800, you get anything. It was no screening, none of that, no verification. It was automatic approvals. Let someone use my credit, messed up my credit. So that's how I tell people, be very careful who you co-signing or who you have as an authorized user on any of your
Mhm.
stuff. Be very guarded. So messed up my credit, and then after hired this company to fix it, they was I'm like, what do y'all do? What's taking so long? Like, so I've been there on the client face, the client interface. So
Yeah.
no, there's no communication. No one is talking to me. Nothing. Like I'm just. I even forgot I even had the membership with them.
Oh man.
And I was just saying, like, you know what? I could do this too. So I started dibbling, dabbling with it. And I'm like, okay, I'm seeing things fall off. My score's going up, everything. And then after, people always come to me with financial advice because I've graduated with a master's in finance and investments from college. So I'm big on finances. So I'm like coaching them as I'm doing what I need to do because I know what to do and how to do and how to fix myself. Like I know what to do. So I'm
Mhm.
disputing things coming off, whatever. And then after that, I'm saying, okay, cool. Like, mind you, I had messed up my credit. My car got totaled out and stuff. When I came to Georgia, so I need to get in another car. And I never paid a down payment for a car ever, really. So when they came to me, it was like, at the time, they asked me, like, yeah, you need to put down some money. I was like, put down some money? Wait, what? And this car, and the car wasn't even it was brand new. It was like like no more than 3 years old at the time. Like, no more than
Yeah.
3 years old. I'm like, wait, what's going on? And because I'm like, I had a brand new car that came out the same year. I ain't put no money down to go get an older car at 3 years old, not to put down. I was like, So that would motivate me. I got what I needed to get done, and I started seeing like the first time when I was not 19 and I had that 800 credit score. I seen how people treated me versus like when I had my score drop. And when I walked in, how they treated me, and the places where I go, it was not top quality service. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't like this. So now when I fixed myself and got everything and learned to leverage it, and people was coming to me and whatever, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This is easy. And I'm like, I was just being, inspiration to other people, changing their lives. So it just made me expand my business, adding services as to what people needed, understanding, education. So I'm big on educating people about credit, how it works, how to use it to advantage. People they start, okay, 50,000. That's really not a lot of money. Really, it's
Mhm.
not. Like you can run through it. And if you especially when you have certain expenses. You may think it's a lot of money, but there's people that make 50,000 a day with no problem. That's sometimes some people expenses. Normal people like you and me. If you don't know what to do with it, then it starts to become like a lot of money because you're not making your money make money for you. So
Definitely.
And that's what I
No,
would
most
say.
definitely. So this whole process of you like, leveraging your credit, you're 19, you get an 800, you get treated like you're in the White House, and then they basically treating you like you're someone on the street once you mess up your credit. Did you document that process or you just like spoke about it? Like how do people know about it? As far as people coming to you for education.
People, because I was so, when I started off, I was very shy and
Okay.
stuff like that. So it's like you had to know me personally, really, to do it. But at the same time, before Instagram was Instagram, I had over 30K followers. So people knew me or had social media from New York.
Gotcha.
Now when I'm coming through here, through when I came through Georgia, I started posting here and there. Like my friend was like, "Yo, why don't you just use Instagram, whatever?" Because I was looking one time for a car. She's like, "Yeah, just go look for a car." So I'm like, bingo. I'm here looking for something. Somebody's gonna be on here looking for something too.
Definitely.
So I started posting on Facebook like tips and little questions and stuff like that. Things to get you thinking. People were engaging with it and really coming to inbox me. And I'm like, wow, they're listening to me. And then after, because now it's not my regular friends and family that people like, Jennifer on the block asking me questions. There's people that I don't
Yeah.
know across the
Yeah.
country asking me questions and really
Yeah.
interested in what I have to say. And they're applying my strategies and plans, and they're telling me the results. Like, yeah, I tried it and it worked. Like, what else you got? Like, and I'm like, whoa. So I started using social media, Instagram, and stuff like that. And I started I seen people how they were teaching people, and I didn't kind of like that style. So before, like when I actually like this like a couple years ago, I actually brought out this whiteboard that I have behind me, and I'll actually teach on my lives. That's what made me grow my audience. Kind of
Gotcha.
stopped it, but I'm going back to it really pretty soon. Like I would teach in my lives, breaking like we're in school because I'm like the reason why I excel and graduated as valedictorian was because I could explain. Like I would I'm a fast learner and I would explain and break it down back to somebody real quick, and people love that. They're like, yeah, you're not just telling us the aftermath or you just do this, this, and this. You're breaking it down. We understand the whys as to why we're doing this.
Hmm.
So I'm like, always think about the why, and it will give you a solution. Any problem you have in life, like why, and it will help you think of it. Find like a, problem, solution, need, and a want. It will help you bring everything together.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Hold on. So you said you're a valedictorian?
Yeah, I graduated at 15 years old.
Oh shoot. Okay. Salute to you. You just said that like it was nothing. We gotta acknowledge that. So, congratulations on that. Do you feel like that helped you as far as at least the people trusting in what you said? Because that's not an everyday occurrence.
Did it help me in what aspect? What do you mean to say?
Like as far as, when you first started, maybe posting on Facebook, I don't know where you started, but people locally that knew about you talking about credit, did they already view you as like, okay, she's smart, she probably already knows what she's talking about?
Yeah, they can. They was more trustworthy to ask me questions. But like when I
Mhm.
went away to college, some of my friends, like when you go to like high school is one phase of your life, when you go to college, especially when you go away to college, it's like that becomes your
Yeah.
family. Another phase. I only stayed 1 year in that school, whatever, like 1 year, 1.5. But we have a
Hmm.
bond. Like now, even we met up to today. Really, like today's like early in this year we met up. Like I haven't seen people almost over like 10 years, like basically.
Oh,
And yeah, and they were like, we were like talking like basically we are going back to school in January, back to like we just home for a winter break, but not knowing like no, fast forward like 10 years really passed, friends. Like so we were sitting down talking, and like, wow, you actually really lived out your life. Like if what you're doing, we're not surprised. Like no
yeah.
one really is surprised like what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. Being that
Hmm.
I probably took out the courage to do what I'm doing independently, yeah, but if you really studied me and how I wasn't like shy about business, I'm a shy person, but shy about business or my craft, I would, or once I'm passionate about something, I would not be
Hmm.
shy. I would excel. So they was not really kind of surprised of the path that I chose.
Gotcha. Okay. That shy thing is pretty interesting because I looked at your IG, you got almost 1,000 posts. So do you look at it as far as you making all those posts, just you understanding the business aspect that you just got to do what you got to do? Like, do you like recording content?
It depends. Sometimes it gets tiring. I used to post like 5 times a day.
Oh,
So
wow.
Yeah, I just cut it down. Like you won't miss me ever from 9 o'clock. Really, I knew my times to like basically 9 at night. Like I'll post like increments. Um, it's tough, whatever. It was before, like I didn't care. Like I'm not doing it in real time. Like it's just recorded posts, whatever. I used to have it on set automatically. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not real time. Y'all be kind of scared, like eventually and a lot of me scared because of, how people judge, like they'll judge me and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you this, it's like who cares? Like
Mm-hmm.
really, you gotta think when they're gonna accept whether they like it or not. Who cares? People are mean. I would say
Yeah.
that people are very mean in the comments. Like if I really sit down in my comments and break down, or sometimes look at the feedback, sometimes I do get a hateful person. They just angry. You don't know why they're angry, and they just want to just take it out on you. You have to have tough skin. Just laugh it off. Like it is what it is. Okay, go about the day. I just brush it off and just go about my day. Like at least if you're talking about me, if you took time out of your day to come say something, whether it's positive or negative, that means I'm doing something right. Because the
Definitely.
content is keep pushing out there, so you keep seeing it. So that's new people, more new people. Okay, that comment was a week ago. This other person came a whole 2 days ago, said something to me. This person come 5 hours ago. That means it's new content. Your information, your stuff is being. You keep getting more comments. And I want you to comment. I don't care if it's nasty what you said, if it's positive what you said, if it's beautiful. I don't care. You comment because the algorithm is not even reading what you say. It just knew that you commented. So it just look at more engagement happening on my post. So it's gonna push it out to somebody that wants to see what I have to post. So as I already know, at this point, I'm like, okay, thank you for comment. I'll engage with them too. Really? You really think I'm
Oh,
that?
word.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So yeah, because I want you to keep commenting so the algorithm's gonna keep thinking like, yeah, keep pushing my content out there more. So
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, no, I think that's a good mindset to have with it because I post a lot of content for our business too, and I know a lot of the listeners they have that shy thing, but the way that you put it in perspective of it helps the algorithm, I think that's definitely a key that'll help some people. So no, I definitely like that. So I mean, you help people as far as business credit, personal credit. What typically is what you're mainly dabbing into?
what do
So
you
you're
mean?
doing a
Oh,
lot, impact. So
yeah, yeah. I don't think I need to do more. But so I do with business and personal. I try to do personal more. I try to gear it, but everybody really wants business. I don't know
yeah.
where people get this whole conspiracy or whole theory. They really think it's business credit is an alternative to fixing your personal credit. So I have to tell them like, no. And I'm glad it's coming clear now that you need, regardless, whatever you try to hide it, dodge it, go around it, you still need to fix your personal. And
Hmm.
it's not overnight. Like it's really not overnight. You think it's overnight. People be thinking. I tell people. Some people tell you, yeah, they could fix it in a day or two. Run. They just coming in to take your money. I'm gonna tell you, like, listen, this is what it is, and this, how you gonna get it. Like, I'm not gonna dress it up. I'm not gonna lie to you to come. No, I'm not gonna. No, if you want that, here, because at the end of the day, it's a headache. Is one, and two,
Yeah.
I'm harming my reputation because now I
Hmm.
can't fulfill. And word on social media travels very fast.
Definitely.
So you gonna say one bad little thing about me, and it's gonna take off, and I don't got time to try to clean up the mess and go and hide and brush it on the table. I don't have time for that. So I rather just tell people like, listen, this is what it is, and if you want more, go somewhere else. It has happened, and they've come back to me afterwards and be like, yeah, I should have just stayed. I'm so sorry. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. So after they get, I try to help them and coach them to the best of my ability, but like I said, you can't let people whatever they say discourage you or whatever your passion. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not for you, it's not for you. People are gonna say anything and everything, no matter whether it's good or bad. As long as they're
Yeah.
talking about you, it is what it is. But once your passion, you're gonna do it. Whatever. You may be discouraged sometimes. You may have to fall in love back again with your craft again.
Mhm.
But that's what you
Mhm.
have to do. You have to reinvent yourself. That's what you're gonna have to do. Reinvent yourself. So you can fall back in love. So
Definitely reinvent yourself. I like that. Okay, so Atlanta. From New York to Atlanta. Why Atlanta?
I always wanted to come down south. I used to
Oh,
watch the
okay.
little Medea movies.
Oh man.
I see the little church choirs. them
Yeah.
singing, and the big auntie that's in the background, the grandma. So my family's not American. My family is Caribbean. So
Oh,
I
okay,
just
dope.
like, yeah, I wanted to have the uncle, the like the crazy uncle or the auntie that's wild. I got something to say that goes. I never had like a biological auntie really.
Got you.
So on my mom's side, so I wanted to have that feeling around that culture really.
Mm,
I fell in love with that. The black businesses and stuff like that. I just also thought people were just so like wholesome, united, support each other, and I just love that. What was advertised on TV, really. The big old house, but all is done through credit. So that's
yeah.
I just fell in love with all that type of stuff, and not being in New York. New York is like overcrowded, claustrophobic. I love my city. I love it. I love where I'm from. I love being from there. Um, but it's just like parking is crazy. So
Yeah, yeah.
the parking is real crazy. So that's the only reason I would not like it. The parking, mm-mm. But Georgia, if you want a big old house, you can maintain. You just want to. I'm in love with nature. You just fall in love with nature. It's a place to be.
Got you.
That's why.
So Caribbean, where's your family from?
My mom is from Guyana.
Oh,
She's from
okay.
Guyana. Yeah.
Okay.
And my dad is from what is this place called? Nigeria. That's my father. That's
My,
that's
my family's from Nigeria too.
yeah, but I don't know nothing about the culture.
Oh, damn, you sleep.
Yeah, I don't know
Damn. So
nothing.
you don't know a tribe or nothing?
All I know is Legos, and I just found that out a couple years ago.
Damn.
The most African anything like I've ever done really was eat the food, and that's when I came to Atlanta. That's when
Okay, yeah,
that
like what, jollof rice, fufu? Like what you eat?
yeah, jollof rice and sweet. That's it. That's the
Damn.
most African you can get me. I don't
Okay.
know nothing else. Like anything, be like come in and speak to me. I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand what you're talking about. Like I don't know nothing. But patois, my mom's, I can talk to you the same way. Like
Damn, you
I
disrespecting
know the
Nigeria.
so yeah, my mom, she didn't really have us like too much, but well, not us, because I'm like the only child between them, but had me really
Got
in
you.
that. Like I know everything about patois, Guyanese, everything, roti, Trinidad, everything like that.
Yeah.
Brazil, my family, I know everything. But to say Nigerian, like Nigerian food, anything about African culture, I'm looking at you like I don't know what you're talking
Hey
about.
man, that's the best food in the world. Nah,
Yeah,
but
so it's good, but
the
yeah.
best. But
Nutriments, if you want to pack on some weight, yeah. And if you gain weight. And like basically when I needed my iron and stuff to go up, I went and I ate African food. That's where I went
yeah,
like and
definitely.
got stuff. I was eating suya all day because of beef. I was eating
Yeah,
suya and red stew all day.
yeah.
So that's how I'm like. So that's how I learned about the culture, but anything else going on.
Damn. Okay, well, you're gonna have to learn. But I wanted to transition. So I mean, just looking at your social media, I could tell you've been consistent, doing it a while. So I wanted us to basically add some value to the people as far as just from a business perspective. So can you talk about maybe some of your biggest client wins and what's been working for your business so far?
What do you mean working for my business? Social media been working.
Okay.
Um, word of mouth works. Word of mouth. If you want to get the money easier without social media, that you use word of mouth because it'd be more trusting. Somebody that already worked with them, work with you, or work with them. Just get them the focus on getting them in and out. That's what it
Hmm.
is, in and out. But what's gonna play on the back end to that is your assistants. Your assistants, you have to have good assistants because if your assistants don't slack, and they will do this, especially if they feel like you're not on top of them or not on top of what's going on, they would slack. So my assistants, I will know when they're not doing their work. Because I'll see automatically my results. My results take an automatic turn. And I would see it as a pattern. If I start having a go and it's 1 to 2 mistakes, all right, probably it's slip, it's slide. But when it starts to be 10 files of the same thing, I know you guys are slacking. And then when I start asking certain times what due date is, and it's not complete, I know you're slacking. If you start coming up to me with excuses, oh, you didn't see, you cannot see 1 or 2. When it's 10 now, you don't see, or it start being a lot of other extracurricular things that's going on, I know you're not doing your work. Like I would know that you're not doing your work because I can't get to you. You can't answer your phone at this moment because the work is not done. You take long to reply back. Or the only time my work gets done is when it's payday, about approaching, like literally right before, a week right before payday. Oh, okay. Now I have a solution for you. So you have to be stern, you have to be serious with that and break down for on the back end to make sure, because if they don't do your work, that's representation of you. They're not getting yelled at, they're not getting screamed at, their name is not going on blast. It's not their brand. They don't care. They just make sure they come and get their paycheck however you pay them. That's it. But if you start being stern from out the gate and don't keep it very business. When they start asking, hey, how's your day? It was good. Do you have the report? You revert it back to straight business. They know that you're not playing. When you start getting personal with them, laughing, lollygagging with them, your respect level starts to go down a little bit for it. So if you have any existing VAs, you just gotta reassert yourself. Like, and I do that with pay periods. That I use my pay periods to leverage so I can get my respect back with them. They'll know, like, listen, boss is not playing, like she's gonna cut down our pay, or she was gonna hold our pay. We gotta get this correct. We'll have a discussion until we get it right. That's not, I'm not holding your pay that you did your work or did not do your work. I'm not holding it, but you gotta do it in the time period. So I'm constantly looking. Every day we have morning meetup. Like every morning, what's going on? I have a group chat and what's going on to make sure my back is, so they know that I'm in the office working. Even if I didn't get to the office as of yet, they still thinking like, yeah, she's gonna get. I start asking for random names so they can stop, so they can know she's looking, she's there, so they can get in that behavior at any moment. I can ask for certain things, so I know my work is getting done. And as well as it's a domino effect, because if one person do a job, the next person can't do their job. And then if the next person can't do the job, the work can be completed or executed in a timely manner. So all that stuff plays an effect with that. But yeah, word of mouth is make you can get lazy via advertising. You ain't gotta put too much ads out. You ain't gotta put content out. But I just put content out just to educate and to just make myself, because a lot of people doing credit, but it's who doing it correct. Like from when I started to now, it's a lot of people doing credit, a lot of people coming out with business credit. So I invest in systems, I invest in knowledge. Like I don't be posting all of it because it's a lot time consuming, but a lot of people doing business credit, who's doing personal credit, telling people do this, do that. And it's one thing that anybody can set up a business, but it's your customer service which is gonna make and break you. Your customer service. That's what I tell anyone. You can know nothing and have a good, excellent customer service. The customer service, and not just before the deal is closed, it's after the deal is closed, because you don't know that other person can have a referral right there. They just want to make sure, see how you're going to handle the deal right there. So if you handle it accordingly, they will refer that person automatically. There you go. You close 2 deals just because of good customer service. Know how to talk to people. People don't know how to talk to people. So
Definitely. I love that you said that because I got solo episodes on my podcast too, and I literally dropped the episode, I want to say last week. And I was basically talking about, what you're talking about as well, just making sure customer service is on point, making sure the delivery is on point. How does someone become a client? What does that process look like? So, I definitely love what you're saying. So for the listeners, definitely word of mouth is good, making sure customer service is on point, setting a standard as a boss, when you're hiring, for people that haven't hired anybody, what would you, let's say I'm somebody, I just started my business, I ain't got no clients or nothing. I know you said word of mouth, but how would you recommend I get like my first clients? Maybe how you got yours?
clients,
Yeah.
um, I would say first clients could be your family, friends.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's who could be. But when now you could fix all your family credit now. Who else you gonna fix? The next thing I would say is going in group chats on Facebook. Facebook is really where I built my first set of clients from.
Okay.
Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, you could do Instagram. Instagram using them reels on Instagram. Yeah, it's a good thing. This is just off of my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I honestly a route I think this before I should have taken advantage of it, but it was popping. It's popping now still, but I didn't take advantage of it. Was TikTok.
Oh yeah, we're on
TikTok is
TikTok.
really
Yeah.
TikTok is gonna make you blow up overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that would be your good thing. But really the Facebook just drop gems. Drop if and not everything gotta be about money. Just drop gems. People's gonna come, like they're gonna come and they're gonna pay you just to want to buy something because you just dropping information. That's all. Even if you want to drop, I just drop gems. That's how my social media blew up so fast, but it would have blew up more at a certain time. But I had stopped posting. I wasn't posting as consistent as I was. But I say 5 times a day, just dropping gems, just dropping information. It don't even have to be about credit as I learn. You just talk about your regular life. Talk about you. People just want to know who you are because
Yeah.
most people just taking that's I thank God they have this verified little check thing now because there was some fake pages about me.
Yeah, some fake
Um,
pages of me out there too.
yeah, so being that you have this little check thing now, but so people just know that this is you. So I stopped getting on, oh, is this your page? Who made this page? No, she has to check this on her only page.
Yeah,
But now it's like you just drop information, drop information, drop information, drop information. Once you have all that stuff, you keep dropping all those gems. The clients is gonna come follow through because they feel they can trust you. Like I said, people don't have good customer service. People just took people money and run off. They never heard from them again. They did, or they send them like the bare minimum. Some like, wait, you paid this money for this? No, no, no. Oh, and they'll so be very careful on that. But that's how I was gonna get the first contact. I'll go start hitting the Facebook groups because it's already a community already built. They're just letting you in.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them may let you post for free. Some they're gonna charge about $10, $20 for you to post. But it's gonna be when you charge a certain price, people's gonna eat it up. You just drop when you just wake up, make sure you wake up in the morning. Everybody look at their phone in the morning. Like
Definitely. Yeah,
everybody.
facts. Facts.
Like look at their phone, like regardless. Once you on all those social media and you make sure by 9 o'clock is really the deadline because kids get into school by 8. So parents they scrolling through by 9, 10. Really. By 12 o'clock, you want to drop another post. Like the clients gonna cause you come once people keep seeing you constantly on their feed, they gonna start coming to your page. They don't even care about credit, but they just want to follow you. Like you just showing that you doing something cool or you look a certain way, like they just gonna follow you. Like I've seen it all. Like I've done like almost all reinventing like myself. I'll get bored and I'll be like, okay, cool. I'm out to reinvent something. Let me come up with something else. My friend's like, yeah, let's come up with something else. So that's what you just gotta do.
Okay, most definitely. Yeah, so I mean a lot for people to do. Go on Facebook, hop in these groups. TikTok, like you said, we're personally big on TikTok, so I resonate with that. Instagram and just being yourself, like you said, which is definitely important. So people will gravitate towards that. So I wanted to ask you, as far as your business, what would you say, if anything, are some things you're currently working on as far as maybe any struggles or just pain points within your business, just to give some people, the real, because I know some people are going to be listening. They're going to be like, damn, she's super ahead of where I'm at and all that, just to humanize you if we can. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's okay. What do you mean?
Just
Like
anything. I mean, it don't got to be anything like super, like, oh, I'm
personal family
struggling,
life?
but
Every time I do an interview, even my panels that I go to, everyone always asks me this, and I always say the same thing: work-life balance. That's for
okay.
anybody.
Mm-hmm.
My business took a toll on my relationship with my child. It took
Oh,
a
well.
yes, most important thing took a toll on the relationship that I was in. It took a
Mm-hmm.
toll in that. caused it a lot. Like I don't have nothing like really, like it just made me because I did not know how to balance out work and personal life. Like,
Mm.
and if I tried to, like, I was still answering phone calls, still talking to people. I don't want to go. I'm working in the office till 2, 3 o'clock in the middle of the night. Really, sending out letters and stuff like that. Because like where if we live at the type of information I'm handling is very sensitive, so it's like hard to trust somebody
Yeah.
with information. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go do it myself. Like, or
Hmm.
if I do find somebody, they're not relying like that. So that's I'm just like, that's what it is. So it just made me just be in the office work because I knew what I was building, what I wanted. So it took a toll on that, my relationship, my child, my friends. You started having friends that would be jealous of you and think you live in a sweet, awesome life and it's so easy and they don't know on the struggle. They don't want to help you build that business. They don't want to sit out and stay up with you on the phone late night while you sitting there doing things like that. Or think of a new marketing campaign if you're now
Hmm.
starting out. But it tells you who's real and who's not, who's for
Yeah,
you, who's not. It tells you how to minimize your circle of,
definitely.
your true friends. So that what I was saying, like that's what, and I still face it now because now being a female when you go to certain places, people you even though you come in genuine energy and stuff like that, there's people think that you because you're doing the same field, they feel like you're competition, so they don't want to collab with you.
Mm.
So
Are you
that's what
saying are you saying as far as other females or both? Just anyone in general?
no, I collab mostly with a lot like with men. They're like so open, inbox me, whatever, answer the question, whatever it is. Females, no, not like
Oh,
that.
okay, I
So,
can see that.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see
So
that.
oh, yeah, so that's what it is. Like they're like, oh, they were like, yeah, and then we try to follow. It's just like dead and leave. So that's like, it's very me in this, like especially finding things. If we're doing the same thing, yeah, we're not gonna. Even if I tried it, we just don't collide like really like that. Um, so it's just like it is what it is. So you just gotta build. You won't even if they don't let you in, you gotta create your own avenue
Hmm.
and let you be like, yeah, I'm creating my own lane. I'm here to stay. So yeah, even like when I was on Facebook groups, some groups didn't want me to advertise or talk in the group, whatever. And I'm like, who are you? Like, oh, you know what? Okay, I built one of my own group
Nice,
and on Facebook. So the group had over 4,000. If I one of my Facebook groups have like over almost 10,000 or more
nice.
followers than that. That was the last time like that was like since December when I checked. Like I don't check for it really at all. But I'm like, who are you? Like, okay, cool. And I'm go and post on my Facebook group and everything. I mean, now people are begging, can they come in my group? I'm like, no, like, I
Mm.
don't know. I gotta screen you a little bit.
Yeah,
So now, like, cause it's like they didn't want to accept you, so you gonna go where you gonna be accepted. So
exactly.
that's how I just learned. Like, it's all about your confidence, building your comfortability. Yeah, it is what it is. I tell you, like, it is what it is. Whether you gonna like me, don't like me, I'm living for me. So
Hmm. Definitely. Okay, so going back to the whole collaboration thing and just identity. I mean, obviously, as a black woman in this space, what would you, besides the whole not collaborations and all that, what kind of pros and cons do you see to like your identity? Because I mean, it's a lot of dudes talking about credit. Women are talking about credit. Obviously, you have some stuff stacked against you. There may be some stuff in your favor. Can you just kind of talk about that identity?
what's in my favor? I have a
Pretty
dealership.
privilege. Oh wait, what?
What?
Go ahead.
Okay, no, not pretty fair. No, I really
Way,
there's a lot
man.
of pretty females doing this thing too.
Yeah, no,
So
most definitely, most definitely.
this,
I talk about this with my mentees. Like men and women marketing is different, but at the same time, you can talk about the cons. I understand some of them.
no, no, like there's a lot of pretty. That I think it's kind of a hard because I'm battling a lot of pretty other girls too doing this thing. So and they have
Yeah.
other things up their sleeves that I don't even have, and I'm like, you know what? I'm scared to post that type of stuff, but then listening,
Oh
the
man.
followers, and I'm like, you know what? I might as well. It's not that bad. Like, okay, it might get me a couple extra followers. I don't know, but no, but that's what that. But I have like my dealerships, so people be trying to get these cars and stuff like that. So I know like the whole ins and outs of getting a car, what the bank is like. People be coming with, oh, no down payment. I'm like, y'all not telling people the whole story,
Full
but
story.
like, yeah, like it's cool to say I've gotten cars with no down payment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't put no down payment, but I'm like, I'm not telling people like they can't go inside a dealership with 500 credit score and get no down payment. Stop telling
Mhm.
people that, or stop telling people, yeah, I need to have y'all want no down payment. You have to at least show some type of finance on your credit previously that you financed something worth 80K, 70K. Don't think you can walk up in a dealership and get 80, 70K no down payment. You gotta get your feet wet. You gotta show some type of relationship, some type of rapport, some type of history prior before coming. Don't think, yeah, I'm gonna roll off. So you like think about it. Would you trust somebody that don't have that you never did business with them? They don't have no relation, no reputation. Trust them with 50K of your own money? No, you're not gonna. You're like, now I need to see some references. I need to see some your bank account. I need to see your transactions before I lend you. I need to see some type of history before that. So they be telling people, oh, no down payment. You're not supposed to pay the down payment. So you go inside the dealership arguing hard and strong. Like, yeah, I'm not supposed to pay because of what some guru on Instagram just told you, and you looking crazy. And so that's why I tell people like you need do that research. But I have the dealership and I'm able to look at the whole playbook and see like why you're gonna pay a down payment. And there's a certain bank that you work with. They only gonna find they say we have tier one deals, we have tier two, tier three, tier four, tier five. You want a tier one deal, you need to come with a 800 or 7 something above score, and you need to have at least auto loan attached of about 30K so we can give no down payment. If your score is lower than that, then you'll want 10% of that deal. We're only going to finance 120 of the deal. The dealer can sell the car at 130% of market value, but we're only going to finance 120 of the market value. So those things and factors come into play, and why that's where you have to come. And if you want a big boy car, you need to come with a down payment. I'm the dealer. I'm not taking that loss. I'm not gonna move my ticket, whatever it is. I'm not gonna do that. So you want this car, you're gonna have to come with that extra money that the bank is not gonna finance. They're not saying they're not gonna pay for it, but they're not gonna finance all that money of what it is.
Yeah.
Like when you fixing and flipping, I got fix and flip. They would say, oh, based on whatever it is, we only gonna find based on the after repair value, we're only gonna give you about 80% of the whole appraisal. Certain things like that. They don't give you all the money, they'll give you some of the money. But that's saying they're not gonna do it, but they'll give you portion of it. So things of that nature, because of your experience, they feel like it's too much of a risk to give you all that money because it's your age, all the type of stuff plays a factors. So that's why I just tell people, um, as like an aspect. Like so there's different rounds and different things that go into this whole finance is very wide and broad. I've been telling people if you want to know certain things, ask specific questions. I'll give you
Yeah.
specific answers. Cause we can ask this question and answer all day around and go around and around. And it's like, but are you getting it? Are you piecing it together?
Definitely. So what would you say is some of your biggest client wins or most memorable? I wanted to talk about that. This gives people some more
Most
motivation. Is there
when
any
I
that comes off the
first,
top of your head?
huh?
Does any
When I
client win?
first started, hmm. Oh, one of my clients got almost 250K in business credit
Nice.
off of an ebook.
Nice.
Ebook he bought from me. I seen all the credit cards. I be posting. I'm so proud. That's why I started posting on Instagram. Another person got a car. He got a car just by me. Like this is when I was in the Facebook days. Like a lot of
Mhm.
my clients were like, "Yo, I remember when you was just on in the group doing." Man, I was if I tell you what I was doing, I think I was doing inquiry removal or something like that for like 275 or something like that. And it was like, yeah, or I forgot it was some crazy number. But they've been finding it's like, yo, you've grown. Like they can't believe like this is this girl. I'm like, and I'm sitting here like, damn, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I need to do a little bit more. Like, I need to come. They be like, no, you do. I'm like, mm-mm. I'm like, no, that's not what. No, no. They're like, yeah, you doing the thing, girl. Like, yeah, you doing it. I'm like, mm-mm. Like, I feel like I need to reinvent myself, put that more drive into it. Like, I don't know. About you got to think about it. You in competition with yourself, but nobody, you're not in
Hmm.
competition with anybody else. So,
Definitely. Where do you feel that need for wanting to reinvent yourself comes from? Is it like from how you grew up? Have you always been like that?
um, no, that's just like when me coming into social media and understanding it people like new pair of Jordans, they gravitate towards you. So you also gotta keep reinventing yourself to make it something new so they can keep gravitating towards you.
Hmm.
Like that's people like kids, like a kid, you get them a toy, you wave it in front of them, and they're like, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah." First 5 seconds, after 10 seconds, they throw the toy aside because it's boring. They're used to it, so you gotta take the toy and redo it a certain way and give it to them. They be like, "Oh my god, it's another toy," but no, it's the same toy.
Hmm.
So that's how people we're kind of still like kids, but just older. Like to me, that's how I think.
Gotcha.
Our minds get distracted very easily.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So do you feel pressure as far as like posting on social media? Is that kind of what
Oh
it
yeah,
is?
yeah, yeah. You don't if you don't post for a couple days, the algorithm shoots you down, and then they'll push your content out there like that, and finding certain things. And now what they do this new thing called collaboration, and you gotta collaborate so they can push your content out there. If you don't collaborate, they're not pushing your content out there. All type of stuff. So like, so you gotta post. You gotta keep posting. Times, all type of stuff. So I've seen people, honestly, that started a page after me, less than me, past me in followers. But then I'll be sitting there like, are those real followers? So that's how I'm like, but slow and steady always wins the race. It's who
Definitely.
can do it. So
Definitely. So I know you got a lot going on. You help people with the cars, credit, etc. Do you have like a particular offer that you would want to, talk about for the viewers?
for the what? I'm
For
sorry.
the people listening, for the people listening.
Oh,
You got an ebook, you
really
got a course, like what we doing? You got a mentorship? What you got going on?
mentorship. I'm redoing it right now. I had one still up there with business credit, personal credit. But what I've done, I have constructed all of like my ebooks into like bundles, basically, because people always ask me personal credit, business credit. So
Hmm.
I just constructed everything into one bundle and I just put it out there for them. They can use all the information to rebuild their personal credit, build up their business credit again, the underwriter's information, stuff like that. And then the next one, which my graphic designer, she just asked me about this next bestseller, is basically the vendors. It's like you always kind of figure out who is reporting on your business credit, who's reporting, what they're reporting. So I've made a 500 plus vendors list. So it has like at least 500 different vendors listed in there from tier one, tier two, tier three, tier four, going on up. And as you apply, you move up your tiers and it's broken down. And I put a little worksheet in there, that little bundle, so you can, use it and build your business credit. So
Most
that I
definitely.
like the 500 one most, honestly. I like that one
Okay, sounds
because
good. So where can people actually find that? Is it on your IG or where?
it's on my IG. It's on actually that one ebook, the 500 vendors ebook is actually pinned onto like my IG first three posts, and as well as it's on my website. It's looking on Christina the CEO.
Okay. So those of y'all listening, you can tap in. Christina the CEO is your IG?
Yeah.
Okay,
So as
sounds
well as
good.
the website.
Okay, sounds good. Do you have give us like a final gem or what you want people to take from this episode?
Really the sky is the limit. Like that's what it is. And be in competition with yourself.
Hmm.
Not and you would don't let anybody stop you. That's really it is. That's the things that I live by today. Like, don't let no one stop you. Be in competition with yourself, and like the sky's the limit. If someone tells you a no, you can't do it, go somewhere where it's gonna be a yes. Always like try to figure that out. Go do your research. Always research for yourself, understand for yourself, and don't be too hesitant. Just sit down and think about something a little bit, reminisce it, break it down, make it make sense to you, and execute it. So, those are the principles of things that I actually use today and have to readjust in my head sometimes when I get ahead of myself.
Definitely. Definitely. Appreciate you sharing your story. Appreciate you sharing your experiences. Where can the people find you on online?
Well, Christina the CEO on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all social media channels, Twitter, everything. Christina the CEO.
Christina, the CEO. There you have it. With that being said, y'all have a blessed one.